What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're doing Squad Builder Showdown on the most lengthiest of boys. It is 2 meter Peter, foot hero Peter Crouch. 6'7" this man is. We are joined by Jack. What do you feel about all his lengthiness, Jack? It's a lot of length.
I mean, look, he's lengthy in more ways than one. You can take that as you will. In all honesty, yeah, I'm buzzing this card as in FIFA. If you think about, cast your mind back to Crouch and over like his whole career, the amount of banging goals he scored.
Yeah, for a man who you'd think was just like a one-trick wonder, just scoring headers and that's it, he was actually kind of outrageous.
Mate, the Stoke goal, the goal he scored for Stoke, I think it was against City, where he like flicked it up and then on the volley, I think it was over Joe Hart in that game. And don't forget, he was in some very good sides. Do you remember Spurs versus Inter? That mad, like, historic Champions League game when Bale was just absolutely destroying like Maicon and all of that. Yeah, I mean, the guy is an absolute legend, even if he did take about 18 years to get 100 goals in the Prem.
He's a legend in general,
yeah,
because he seems proper sound. He's pretty funny as well. He's a meme because he's so tall, but actually, he was still a baller, which is kind of crazy. I'm interested to try him out. He does only have 54 balance. When he ran round, it did look like he had 54 balance, but then he just like pulling over a kick out of nowhere, and you just saw like, how is this man doing these things? It's kind of crazy. I'm excited to try him, both because he's new, but also because he is the lengthiest of boys. I still don't 100% understand this lengthy thing. I know what it is. I know how a play becomes lengthy. Have you seen it? Like, mate, lengthy was trending on Twitter last night.
I saw that.
Like, actually trending was lengthy.
So you have to apply different chem styles to different players for them to be...
So I understand this, and I understand what it is, and I can give a very quick rundown to people wondering what on earth we keep saying lengthy in videos for, but I don't understand why it's OP. Essentially, instead of all players running the same on this FIFA, there's 3 types of players now. So you've got a explosive, controlled, and lengthy. So controlled is how players have always ran, I think, or it's just a balanced version on this FIFA. So essentially, someone with 80 acceleration and 80 sprint speed, a controlled player is balanced. An explosive player would accelerate quicker, but not run as fast. And a lengthy player would accelerate slower, but end up running faster, even though they've all got the same stats. How this makes players OP is what I'm very, very confused about, Jack. People are telling me that a lengthy player is more OP. I don't really understand. Is it because they run faster, but then they take so long to get going? I don't really get it.
This is the thing. I used Ronaldo recently, and obviously his stats on his card probably aren't the greatest we've seen in the past few years. Obviously, yes, he has like 90 or whatever shooting, but his pace is only 82. I was on a counter-attack, and I was running probably from around 15, 20 yards away from the halfway line on the counter-attack, and I used the right stick twice, and he just blitzed the 2 last defenders. And I was like, wow, this feels like I'm using Team of the Year Ronaldo. And so I was just like completely confused. But now, after all this lengthy stuff, it kind of does make sense. If you do get going with these players, I think it's very difficult to stop them. Yeah, especially if you have a clear run as well.
Interesting.
So it'll be interesting to see with a 6'7" Peter Crouch. Also, it might be deferring off this again, but have you seen the memes like Crouch can do anything?
No.
This will crack you up.
Whilst you find this, the thing with lengthy that confuses me is that, well, it doesn't, I know how it works, it's not confusing. Essentially what happens is they've set some criteria that define if a player is explosive, controlled, or lengthy. And that all makes sense. Like, for example, if somebody's strength is 15 higher than their agility, they are classed as lengthy because they're like slow and cumbersome but run faster. I think you've got to have X amount of pace as well. But anyway, the issue with it is that you can make players' stats different with chemistry styles. So you can actually turn Peter Crouch if you put an artist chem style on him. He becomes controlled. There's not a time in the world where Peter Crouch is controlled. He's 6'7". He is nothing but length. So this is where I feel like players should be locked. Like, Crouch should always be lengthy no matter what chemistry style you put on him. That Shomurodov guy, the new inform from Uzbekistan, everyone's raving about him because if you put a architect on him, he becomes lengthy. But he started off as controlled. I feel like his body hasn't changed. His stats are different, but it should be locked. I think it's just a bit too confusing. And there should be a section in the player details or player bio that tells you if they're explosive, controlled, or lengthy, but you shouldn't be able to change it. I'm just going to put my 2 cents out there. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Jack is sending me memes. Oh my God. You're going to have to put these on the screen, Harry. Oh, for Christ's sake.
They're so good.
Oh my God, the windmill one.
Look at the one where he's like hanging out the tree or like trying to be a sloth.
Brilliant. Right. That's enough about lengthy, Jack. I feel like if there was ever a time to have a lengthy discussion about lengthiness on Squabble the Showdown, it's when doing the lengthiest man you can possibly do. So, very apt, but I do need to know what formation you want to play.
Okay, so I'm going to go for the formation that I've been enjoying the most on and found the most success with. 4-1-2-1-2, mate. The normal one.
The normal one? Okay. Well, you can have it. I put 4-2-2.
Happy days.
I haven't really found a good formation yet. I suck ass at this game, to be honest with you. Squabble the Showdown is going to be interesting this year. For everyone who enjoys watching me discard players, at the start at least, until I get a grip to this game, you're in for a treat. I played FG yesterday, and I don't want to spoil his video too much, but let's just say he used 4-4-2, so now I want to use 4-4-2.
I see. Okay, fair play. I chose the 4-3-3 because I thought you'd be crossing into crouch.
Nice. That was a very lengthy intro, so let's just move in. We'll do my striker left mid, right mid, and we'll do your striker cam.
Okay.
Right then, first picks, Jack. First or second, mate?
You can go first, mate.
Okay, I'm going for my best mate. The signed card up on my wall. Kai Havertz and his new inform.
Okay.
He got that for playing against England, actually, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
I didn't watch it. Not a fan of international Europa Conference Nations League thing, whatever the bloody hell it's called. Bit dead in it, but I did see all of the fume about Gareth Southgate playing 14 right backs, and one of them wasn't Trent. No James Maddison in the England squad either, by the way. And he's just, did you see him play? Did you see him last night for Leicester?
Madness. Holy! You surely got to have him in the squad. Like, I understand not starting, form maybe not been the greatest, and he's
I don't know. His form's been pretty mad recently, to be fair.
Yeah.
There's people like Foden and stuff like that who are unbelievable. So, started or not, why have you got to take Trippier and Reece James and Trent and Kyle Walker? And I can't think of any more English right backs, but you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of mental, isn't it? Stupid Southgate ball. In true football Twitter fashion, says a man who didn't even watch the game. Well done, Andy. Proper prime FIFA YouTube football opinions there. Anyway, left wing, Jack. I'm going to go for Raheem Sterling.
Okay.
I did want to try and be jazzy and move him to the other side, just because why not? But he can only be on the other side. He can only be a right wing. He can't be a right mid. So I'm going to have to play him left mid.
Okay. Very nice.
So that's unfortunate. On the other side, then, we will spice things up and go French Bundesliga with Diaby. This man's 84 this year and looks absolutely cracked. Now, he can be right mid, right wing, left mid, left wing, which is pretty interesting. I'm just going to play him right mid, which is his default position.
Very nice, mate. Very nice. Well, I put down Aubameyang.
Okay.
And then I thought, well, there's no point in putting Aubameyang down without putting down a Chelsea wide player. And so I put down Raheem Sterling.
Oh, dear.
And then thirdly, I put down Saka because he can play left or right mid.
Very annoying. Okay, fine.
Sorry, mate. Sterling. Bye-bye.
Okay. People were saying Squabble the Showdown is going to be too hard this year. I think it's got easier. I'm going to be honest with you.
It's, well, yeah. I mean,
that was just sheer dumb luck, to be honest with you. That's just guessing prem players, isn't it? Like, that happens every year. But I feel like when you get to the back end of it, filming Squabble the Showdown this year, like, we used to have a clock because of how long it used to take to film these videos, which it still does because we do have lengthy discussions. The actual in-between the sections part is a lot quicker this year because people have to have a think about what team they're going to build beforehand. Because you can get 3 sections in and go, oh, I can't get full chemistry. I mean, you're welcome to do that if you want, Jack. And if you get any players at the end who aren't on full chem, they just get replaced with bronzes. But nobody's been stupid enough to try and do that yet.
I think as well, the order in which, if you're building a hybrid, or at least a 2-league team, let's say, the order in which your players are guessed, I think will have an impact. Because you could just go full defense another league. You could. I think there's ways to try and make it a lot more difficult for your opponent. I think, but we'll probably see that as the series goes on and people get you more used to the chemistry.
Trying to get a 3-league team without being super, super obvious is really hard.
I think there's a bell you got to ring, mate. If you manage to get a 3-league.
Oh, don't start turning this into 7-minute squads. If you've got a 3-league team
We're at
another 5
rule,
minutes
mate.
with less than one of your players,
you know
guessed,
what?
You get
it is a little bit overcast.
Shut up, Jack. Just give me a left mid, please, mate.
I'll give you Kepa, mate. You can sub Kepa on at left mid.
Cheers, mate.
No worries.
The worst part about this is you can't change a concept player's position.
Yeah.
So I can't say, oh, EA, I'm designing my squad. Do us a favour and make this Sterling a left mid, like you would be when I'm using it, just so I can see if my chemistry works. I'm like, nah, buy that for 100k, Andy.
Yeah.
Like, okay, fine, I'll buy Sterling for 100k just to put him on the bench and sub Kepa on. Cheers, EA.
I think they'll toggle, have a toggle option like they will with Foot Draft, because it needs sorting. It will just be in the next patch update, I'm sure. It has to happen.
Yeah. Foot Draft needs a toggle.
Yeah, because you get right wingers in a right midfield selection, and obviously you can't
On foot draft,
play.
do you actually? And
Yeah,
then you just
yeah,
don't
yeah.
get any chem?
Nope. You can't use them.
Wow, that's
so they have to.
stupid.
Yeah, I don't know how they didn't think about that before, but it's the same with concepts, isn't it?
Anyway, Jack, hate ya. Who do you want?
Okay, first of all, I'm going to go for a man by the name of Rashford.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Player of the month or straight in with the dodgy position change?
No.
You can't say no. I've asked you 2 questions. You got to pick one, Jack.
I am having Rashford, but it's the player of the month version.
There we go. That was the answer I was looking for.
And then it's my cam next, isn't it, that we're going for? Okay, I am going to be using one of the Deadly Duo SBC cards, and it is going to be my position change, and that is going to be Suarez.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep.
Fire away, Jack. He's gone crazy from the start. I like it. That's a cool looking card type as well, by the way. I like the
Very
design.
nice.
I like it.
It's a shame he has 3-star skill moves, but you don't really need skills this year.
Okay. Terrible start for me. Very interesting start for Jack, who's now got a bit of a chemistry situation on his hands. So let's do the left mid, right mid, CDM for Jack, and we'll do the rest of the midfield for myself as well. Moving into midfield then. Got yourself a bit of a predicament there, Jack.
A little bit of a predicament, mate. Couple of options.
Couple of options. How are you going to fix it?
On the left-hand side, I mean, I really want to go for Luis Diaz. Really, 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 really badly. I'm not going to lie. But I might have to go for a man that got the most ridiculous red card in a long time. Well, just from stupidity. We're going to go for Sinistera. And then at right mid, we are going to go for a bit of Anthony. And at CDM, this is where I think I might be losing someone. So I might try change things up a little bit. Because I was going to go for Guendouzi, but, you know, it's a little bit bait out here. So I'm going to go for Verre 2.
I am very fuming.
I hope I've avoided every single one.
You have teased me like nothing else, Jack.
Did you put down Diaz, Salah, and Guendouzi?
Diaz, Guendouzi. I was so tempted to write Sinistera as well, because I thought you'd go, oh, I want Diaz, but I'll pick Sinistera. But I thought you'd go one step further and be like, but you're going to think I'm going to do that, so I'm going to have Diaz. And I was like, haha, quadruple bluffed you. Didn't work. Guendouzi was far too bait. But you see that on me, Jack.
Oh, you
See you later, mate.
Mate, I could have put Salah in here and he still gets full chem. I only put Anthony in because I bottled the Salah link.
I'm fuming you bottled the other 2, to be honest with you. I could have had a triple.
You could have.
So close.
I did tease you a little bit. So that's poor from me. I should have read into this a little bit more and taken out Anthony and put in anyone I want. I could have put Mahrez if I wanted to. You can actually give me any bronze right mid from the Prem. It does get chem, I believe.
No, it needs to be Man U, Liverpool, or English, or French or Colombian. So there is options, but this is why I put Anthony. Like, it wasn't just a Hail Mary random Prem player, because you'll get a chemistry from the Prem, and then he needs well, you get 2 chemistry from the Prem, because you've got 5 Prem players, and then you need a club or nation link for him, so English.
Well, yeah, and sorry, it needs to be a Leeds player.
Needs to be a Leeds player.
Well, I've got Sinistera in, haven't I?
Oh, yeah, not Diaz. That's my bad. Yeah, I've got
so
Diaz
Leeds or
in
United,
that squad, because
not
I was
bad.
so sure that that's who you were going for. I've put him in the bloody foot bin of me following your squad around. So yeah, it wasn't the biggest Hail Mary, and this is where I think it's made it a bit easier to guess. Yes, in some ways it's easy to get players' chemistry, but in other ways it's like properly all over the place. Like, that right mid for you, if you wanted to lock off the chemistry, had to be from one of the clubs you were using or one of the nations you were using.
Yes.
And also from the Prem. So there's more options. You didn't just need a strong link to Rashford like last year, but you can kind of see where somebody's going.
There is a United.
There is
short
tire, but I could just go in. Oh, in fact, no, that's all of them, isn't it? Do I give you a trump card? I'm going to back myself, Jack. You can have short tire.
Ooh, okay. All right, fair play.
Last year in Squad Builder Showdown, I seen a stat from SBS data that I used. Don't bring it up. Well, you do get absolutely terrored by that Twitter account, to be fair.
Yeah.
All it does is bully you and Oakley.
Yeah.
I used my trump card every single time I guessed a player.
Right, okay.
Because I just go, right, guess the player, have a trump.
Yeah.
Which I think is potentially the best tactic, but I'm going for no mercy tactics here. I'm going for blood. I want a trump in your defense.
Interesting. Good luck, mate.
Oh, I'm going to need it to get my players. Hang on. I was about to say, let's move on to the fullbacks.
Oh,
Do you know what I want?
Yes, please, please.
I am going to use my special position change at centre mid.
Of course he is.
and I'm going to use Baku. Centre mid, right back, right mid, right wing, so this man can play. Did you know that Baku is actually German for Milner?
Shut up. That is up there with the worst, one of the worst statements you've ever said.
What do you mean? And then other centre mid. Can I have him?
Well, yeah, obviously. Go on. Who else?
Can.
You cannot get him the hell out of there.
Oh, come on, man. Don't tell me you didn't write Goretzka.
No, because that's who you
What?
would. You know, that's who you want me to write down, mate. Come
God,
on.
I thought you were nailed on to write Goretzka. I guess maybe Emre Can now that
Wirtz.
I'm thinking about it. What am I doing?
Wirtz was quite an obvious
Bellingham.
one.
No, why didn't you write Bellingham, Jack? Why didn't you write Bellingham? Come on. Forgot about him, didn't you? If you guessed my players by accident.
No, I definitely did not forget about the man who
You
is
forgot
the
about Jude
most
Bellingham,
linked
didn't you?
player
You thought
to
he played for Liverpool, like in your silly little dreams, even though you're getting relegated next season.
Wow, really? Sorry, you've had one little nice win, and he's suddenly harping up as if they're going to be playing Champions League football next season. I don't think so.
Remember when you tweeted that Nunes was going to score more goals than Haaland?
Go on, show me evidence now. Evidence. Go on, edit Harry. Go on. Find the tweet. I know you're just gonna edit one.
I'm not, because Harry supports Liverpool, so he's gonna edit me tweeting something stupid probably that Moore pays better than Nunes or something like that.
Well, let's look at
it. Was funny though, to be fair, when everyone was comparing Nunes and Haaland when you.
Oh yeah, it was. I think the reason why they were only ever put in the same bracket was because of the price paid for them. I think without that, I don't think they're really, they're not even compared.
It's not even comparable, is it? I was going to say it's interesting. Surely Liverpool tried to sign Haaland.
Oh yeah. I'm sure half of Europe probably did. It's just City.
Just pick City.
Yeah, I mean, they probably do have a very enticing...
I mean, you can see why, can't you?
Oh,
Kevin De Bruyne just gets the ball and goes, score a goal, Erling, and he just kicks it in the back of the net. It's absolutely mental. Have you seen, actually? Do you know Dixie... I don't know how many people know about Dixie Dean that aren't Everton fans. Do you know who Dixie Dean is?
No.
It's actually kind of mad, right? He's got the most goals in an English top flight season ever. If you ever go to Goodison on an away day, there is a statue of Dixie Dean outside of the ground. And he scored 63 goals in a season in the league. 63. Wow. That's mental, isn't it?
How many teams were in this? And what year was this?
Okay, so there was 42 games.
Right, okay. So 4 more than we'd have now. Even still, it's just mental. What year is this? Like 19...
But so it's pre-war, which is why people don't talk about it. Yeah, so obviously Stats started in 1993 these days, didn't he? Like everyone always talks about stats in the Prem, and everyone ignores all of the good teams from like the 80s and the 70s and stuff like that. But this is even before that. Like this is pre-war football. 1927-28. He scored 20 goals in his first 11 games.
To be fair to the man, he actually scored 18 goals in 16 appearances for England. That is some goal-to-game ratio as well.
He was crazy. Like, I only know about him, obviously, because I'm an Everton fan, and people don't put any respect on his name, I guess, because it was so long ago, because it was pre-war. But someone's made a graph, and they've put a, counter on a line graph of Haaland scoring goals as the game's going, and Dixie Dean scoring goals as the game's going, and they're pretty much next to each other, which is kind of mental. I think it illustrates how good Dixie Dean was because he kept Haaland's form up for the entire season of 42 games. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's mad.
But it also illustrates how ridiculous Haaland is that he's keeping up with Dixie Dean through the first 11 games.
Especially considering how evolved football has become in literally, it's 100 years later, really, isn't it? There or thereabouts.
Am I losing my mind, though? I swear City haven't played 11 games this season. I don't know why it's talking about...
No, he scored 14 goals in 11 games, but they're probably talking about all competitions. Yeah, goals scored in all competitions.
Okay, compared to Dixie Dean's all-time league record, is what they've done it?
Yes. All-time single season record. So is that all competitions, I believe, then? So that could be like international games as well, I'm imagining.
Oh, no. So Dixie Dean did score 60 goals in one season because there's an Everton song about it. And he got some ridiculous prize from a newspaper or something for doing it because some businessman bet no one would ever be able to do it. But the 63 must have been 3 games in the cup.
Gotcha.
3 goals in the cup or something like that. Because I'm pretty sure he needed to score a hat-trick on the final day of the season. He had 57 goals and he scored a hat-trick in the last game to get 60. I'm pretty sure it's the story. Yeah. But I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. Because I thought it was funny to bring up that you bought Nunes for more than Haaland and everyone's comparing them.
Yeah.
But it illustrates, I think it shows a new audience both how ridiculously good Dixie Dean was that he kept up this season, this form for an entire season, but also how crazy Haaland's it's actually mental.
Yeah, he's the one player that I've seen in the whole time, watching football that can that is his height, but has the pace, can score basically any type of goal as well. Like obviously,
yeah, he's an explosive player that someone's made lengthy, but in real life,
and he's not. If you actually watch the runs that he makes in behind the defence, when obviously Foden or De Bruyne plays him in behind, he's not hugging the defender. He's like 10 yards behind, and it's like he gallops behind flipping defensive lines, and he manages to get on the end of it. It's just he can afford to give defenders 10 yards.
Do you know when you think of good players, like world-class players?
Yeah.
In the same way as this FIFA has put running into 3 groups. Strikers in real life, you have poachers, you have target men, and you have, let's call them speedsters, people who are running behind. So Jamie Vardy, for example, is a speedster. Ruud van Nistelrooy would be a poacher. And target man would be, well, we've talked about how he used to do everything. Peter Crouch. Target man would be Benteke or someone like that. Somehow, Erling Haaland is all of them things and better at all of them things than the specialists.
Yeah. I feel like
he's a better target man than the best target man you've ever seen. He's faster than the best like speedster players, and he's a better poacher than the best poachers you've ever seen. And he does all of them at the same time.
And he's acrobatic.
And he's like 22.
Is higher, is taller than your head. It's just nuts.
It's mental, isn't it? There's another graph attached to that where it compares him to, for example, Ronaldo scoring 42 goals in a season. Salah scoring 44. Yeah. He is so far ahead of them. It is absolutely ridiculous at this stage of the season. I don't know what to say. I'm just going to say, Jack, can I have a centre mid, please? Or can you just forget about it because we've talked about Haaland for so long and I'll put Emre Can back in?
Right, okay. So can it be any Bundesliga centre mid?
A German one wouldn't go amiss. Oh, can I have you?
Excuse me? Where the hell is... Oh!
Looks like a cross between you and Angry Ginge, which I guess is basically just Angry Ginge, but...
Go on, mate. I was going to give you
Schneider. I'm having a score against you with yourself.
Speaking of world-class players.
Anyway, that was another very lengthy discussion. Welcome back to Squabble the Showdown, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to be with you in FIFA 23. I need to sort this team out because it looks better than it is because Sterling's there for chemistry reasons. It's going to look like that when we get into the game, and my midfield is absolutely ruined. Let's just move on to the fullbacks, please. In we go to the fullbacks then, Jack. Enough chit-chat. I need to ruin your squads because mine's a mess. Who do you want?
The right back is going to be a bit of Mukiele. And then left back, we are going to go for a bit of Malacia.
Malacia? Oh, and he just... Okay, this is... We're talking about it's easier to guess players, but it's also harder to guess players because you can just now randomly chuck in a Man U player anywhere and he'll just get full chem.
To be honest, I could chuck in any kind of Prem player, really.
Prem player, just randomly, yeah. Just throw a Prem player in goal and he'll get full chem. That's annoying because I put Nuno Mendes.
You 100% put Mukiele as well, so I might as well just...
Why did you say it then, Jack? Come on. Why did you say it?
Well, you know, there's a lack of options, isn't there?
You just wanted a trump card in the fence, didn't you, Jack? You didn't want my records to go unbroken.
You're a joker,
That's what it was. You wanted me to continue my 100% trump card record. And you know what? Just for you, Jack, I'll do it, mate. If that's what you want, that's what you can have.
Do you know what? I hope I lose my centre.
I hope you lose as well.
Keeper.
I really hope you lose because I don't want to discard any more players. You can have Letelier.
Who on earth is this guy?
Basically Mukiele, mate.
Wow. He looks scary, mate, to be fair. I wouldn't want him at right back.
He's going to have a job to mark Kepa.
That guy to the left of him looks a lot like Victor Valdez.
But now you said it, he does look a bit scary, and he is going to be marking Kepa, who looks like Luke Pingu, which is probably like the least scary person in the world. Right, do you want to know who I want? Because I'm going sweaty, and I'm recovering this, Jack, and you're going to get absolutely battered. Ferland Mendy.
Of course.
Yeah, call me a rat all you want, don't care. Right back. Carvajal. So, all that stuff I said, all the free league hybrids, I'm probably doing it. Don't at me. It's coming.
Fair enough. He's got some balls. All right. Well, you've set yourself up to lose your centre-back and goalkeeper, haven't you, really?
Nah, don't worry. I'm safe as houses, mate. I think. Should we get into it?
Let's do it.
Are you ready then, Jack, to find out how I'm going to complete this team?
I'm very intrigued. Very intrigued. There's actually quite a few options.
There's a few, which is good. If the clock did still exist, you would have seen that Jack has been deliberating for a while. So I'm a little worried. We're going to kick it off, first of all, with a Bundesliga centre-back. My favourite soft drink, cola.
Wow. You really... Wow, okay.
Is this he wasn't expecting that. Okay, this has thrown him off. I like it. All right. So, with that being said then, if this has thrown you off, so I can go Rudiger, for example, and Ter Stegen, that would get full chemistry. I think I can go Rudiger and Courtois, and that gets full chemistry as well. Any Real Madrid centre-back and Courtois, I think gets full chem. What I'm going to do, because I think it's most sneaky, and I feel like from your reaction, I've gotten away with Cola. I'm going to pick somebody who gets full chemistry without the goalie, which is Nacho Fernandez, because of the perfect link to Carvajal. So everyone in my team is now full chem. And I can pick, yes, I can pick Ter Stegen. Yes, I can pick Courtois. You've probably written one of them down. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to pick a Premier League goalie, Jack. Like I said, back to the Prem. David De Gea.
Triple! You see them 3 players, mate? Get them the hell out of there! I actually can't believe that. Oh my God. That, honestly, you just basically, for the past 2 minutes, Andy, literally explained my whole entire thought process. My entire thought process. Oh, it's amazing. Literally, it was the collar. Get everyone in the Bundesliga on full chemistry. So, he's going to think he can now do anything.
Oh my God, you're messing. Wait. Could I have just like put Rudiger and then Militao and then just had full chem?
And Courtois, but I don't know if that gets full chem, you know.
I don't know if that helps Diaby, is the only thing.
Yeah, no, that was it. Diaby was off chem. Yeah.
Koundé. I could have just gone Rudiger, Koundé, Ter Stegen. No, it puts Diaby off full chem. Oh, what have I done?
I was out of fist pumping the camera.
I was going to pick Jordan Pickford for a laugh. I wish I had done. He would have got full chemistry because of Crouch.
The whole way you explained
I could have had Neuer.
The whole way you explained that has got to be one of the funniest moments.
Oh my God. No, I'm going to lose all my players.
God, how happy am I that I robbed off about 6 players to finally end up with M3.
This is so bad. What are you going to give me then?
I'm going to give you...
At least you've already used your trump cards. That's all I'm going to say.
I need to get this on full chemistry. Oh, no. Do we play max chem so it doesn't matter?
We're going to play max chem.
Okay.
Yeah. Pick La Liga, pick Bundesliga if you want. Pick whatever you want, really.
I will give you a Solero.
Ooh, good ice cream, that.
Yeah. Seeing as you were talking about beverages, thought we'd move on to ice creams next. And then we will give you John Donald to partner him up. I'm sure you would have seen him already.
Yeah. Any man with 2 first names, always be suspicious of them.
And then we will give you, I feel like I've been fairly nice with the 2 centre-backs. So we'll give you De Silva.
Yeah, I knew exactly where that was going. Brilliant. Thanks, mate.
It could have been worse.
I'm not sure it could, to be honest with you, mate. I'm not sure it could. Oh, Christ.
I'm
Who
scared
do you want?
now. I'm really scared. Oh, I don't think I should have got too excited, to be honest with you.
You don't think you should have got too excited? I've got Kepa.
This is hella bait, all right? But seeing as you have no defence, I feel like I can do it. So I'm going to go for Hernandez, Upamecano, and Lloris.
Hernandez, Upamecano, Lloris. Oh, you've gone full French to get Mukiele. Oh, you're so annoying. I looked at it and I was like, right, he needs 2 Liga 1 players to get Mukiele Chem. Or he needs 1 PSG player to get Mukiele Chem. Or he needs 3 French players. Like, sure, he's not going to go all French. So I wrote Sergio Ramos, Marquinhos, and Donnarumma Jack. You can have them all. Let's get in and play this stupid game with these stupid bronzes.
Here we go.
Here we go. You said that so casually, Jack, because you're a man playing against bronze centre-backs and goalie in midfield.
No, there's actually a lot of pressure. I don't like it.
Is there, Jack?
There is, mate, because it's happened before in this series where I've battered you in the squad building, or you've battered me, and we have not been able to put our money where our mouth is, unfortunately.
Our goals where our guesses are. Yeah, good start. Oh my God.
My God.
Right. This is not going to end well for me, is it?
What a save, Hugo.
Go on to Silva.
Come on,
he's playing
really?
like the gold. Joe Kepa's secondary position is actually manager. Oh, it's got to go in the video now because I've scored. Oh, you're joking.
Oh, my God.
How are you still... Oh, I should be 2-0 up. Have it! Oh, my God. How is the... Oh, please, game. Come on. You're absolutely
I've never seen a keeper do this well on FIFA 23 so far. Right, second half. I need
if
to
you'd
shape
offered
up.
me 0-0 before we kicked off, Jack, I would have ripped your hand off.
Mate,
The fact that I would have
bro.
ripped your hand off for 0-0, I can't complain too much, but I feel like I've had the better chances somehow.
Yeah, oh no, definitely, 100%. I'm not going to deny that.
I just need to learn how to score on this bloody game.
I've been stupidly... Oh my goodness, mate.
Go on,
There we
Crouchy. Go on, my son. Oh, I should have turned the robot on. I'm such a fraud. I can only apologise.
Oh, God, Jack, what am I doing? What am I doing? I mean, I do have a dodgy left back. Let's not forget that.
Oh, do you, Jack? Oh, wow, I feel so bad for you, mate. Oh, well, in that case, have a free goal.
What is going on with these stupid shots? Deary me.
Come on, Solero.
That's pen. It's a red card as well. Get him the hell off.
No, it's not a red card, ref. Honest
Get him
attempt to
off.
win the ball.
Come on.
Okay.
Do you know why I went down the middle? Because I haven't taken a penalty yet. I don't know if it's changed.
Oh, he's been played onside by Solero. You're a bad person.
Do you know what?
You're a bad person,
I
Jack.
don't care. I don't care because me and you have had point blank ranges and they've not got in this game.
Pour the gold.
I'm sorry.
Look at him, he's fuming.
I'm sorry. This game, I don't know. It had to be done. I had no choice.
The only way you can score against three bronzes. We've played them with Rashford is tramp goals. No, ref, you're a joke.
There's no way.
Oh, he sent him off. Okay.
There's
I'll let him
no way.
Crouchy! No! How's he not going to set? Don't you dare score again, Jack.
Ref!
Oh, we got the ball. Play on, ref.
No way.
Go, Crouchy! Go, Crouchy! No! He takes so long to shoot. Play on, ref.
I don't know how
Oh
Lloris
my
has saved
God.
all these. Fair play. You've done
How
very well, mate.
has
You've done very
Lloris
well.
only conceded one?
I don't know. You've done very well. I'll give it to you. Jesus. My Lloris must have had the game of his life, and he's only got, wait, what? A 7.3 rating? Are you mental?
The guy's made 7 saves.
Out of the 8 shots that were on target, 88% success rate. My guy, come on.
He narrowed the angle quite well then. Crouch takes quite a while to shoot or do anything, to be honest with you, because he's so tall and unbalanced. But some of his saves, man, oh my God. I don't know, I've only got 2 expected goals in that game, to be honest with you. You've got 3.2, to be fair. I mean, I guess you did score an open goal, which probably counts as an entire expected goal. Oh, mate. I need to learn how to shoot on this game.
I need to learn how to defend as well.
Only 1 discard, though. I would have took that going into it. The way it panned out, I could have bloody won. But if you'd offered me 1 discard, I'd have snapped your hand off before we went into the match with the amount of bronzes I had in my defence. Mendy, by the way.
Crikey.
What a player.
I know, he's just a joke to even try and get past. I just tried to avoid him. You were obviously sat quite far back.
Do you know what? I actually turned my depth up.
Really? Wow,
Yeah,
it seemed
I
like
turned
you
it
were,
up to 55.
It seemed like you had, that's the thing. I was trying to avoid your fullbacks because they were, Carvajal and Mendy. And then when I went inside, there was just like no space at all. So
yeah, I was trying my best
really
to get
win.
the centre mids back and tracking passes lanes and stuff like that.
It
But
definitely helped a lot.
pick a position, Jack, is what I'm going to say. You've only got 1, which is quite good.
Yeah. Okay. I will go for your left centre mid.
Carvajal. That's a dub. Considering my
dub.
performance in that squad building, that is an absolute dub.
Fair play.
He's first owner. He's fodder. So let me just go stick him in an SBC. There we are then, Jack. The man is fodder, so he's been used as such. I guess it doesn't really matter doing a discard for a player who's fodder, but he's gone anyway. Hope you guys have enjoyed this squad of the Showdown. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see some more, and you can go check out another one over on Jack's channel. Goodbye.
Peace.